Welcome everybody, and this is Kathy, and you're watching Kathy at Home, and I so appreciate you tuning into my video today. Today I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I've been trying to find some new recipes to try out for my family, and I found one, and it's the viral TikTok spaghetti. So I made it the other night, and I filmed me making it so I could show you how to make it. And I think your family's gonna like it. It's a baked spaghetti. You layer it with the different ingredients that I'm gonna show you, and then you bake it for about 20 minutes or so until it's bubbly. I serve it with some crusty bread and some salad. So good. My family was saying that it sort of like tastes like the old school lunch lady spaghetti that we used to get. So I don't know about that. I also got almost all the ingredients at Aldi. Now I have not been shopping at Aldi for a while. It's been years since I've gone to Aldi because I didn't have one near me. And I've got one that's not too far from my house, so I tried it out and I found a lot of good bargains, a lot of good produce, nice bread. The meat was cheaper. We don't eat a whole lot of meat in our house, but I did get some chicken and it was much cheaper than Walmart or going to the regular grocery store. So I encourage you to check out Aldi if you have one near you. And I want to give a shout out to Heidi's Humble Home. She went to Aldi and she found some great things. So I was like, ooh, I've got one near me. I've got to go. So thanks, Heidi, for that tip. I hope you try this recipe, and I hope that your family enjoys it as much as mine did. So let's get going and let's start cooking. Oh, one more thing. Notice in the video while I'm cooking, some of it got cut out when I was editing, but the dogs, when I'm cooking, my two puppies, Lily and Gertie, are always under my feet. So you might notice a little puppy action in the background. So here we go. And I'm saying so a lot again. I gotta get out of that. That was something when I was being observed as a teacher, they said I said that too much, and I guess I do because I'm still doing it anyhow. Let's start cooking, y'all. It's almost dinner time. So your ingredients are going to be mozzarella cheese, and I've got a pretty good sized bag there. You can use ground beef or ground turkey, but I use some sweet Italian mild sausage. And then you're going to need at least 17 ounces of spaghetti. This was like 32 ounces, so I used about half of it. I cooked my Italian sausage in just a smidge of olive oil, some Parmesan cheese as well, some Alfredo sauce, and some kind of marinara spaghetti sauce. So before you get started on anything else, go ahead and start boiling your water and get it going for the spaghetti. And I always put a little bit of salt in my water to get it going. And that'll take a few minutes. Now I'm going to brown the Italian sausage, and I've got a little bit of olive oil in the pan just so it doesn't get stuck to it and cook too quickly. And I like to break up my meat just by hand when I put it in there to get it started, because if you don't, then the bottom of it, you've got this flat piece of meat and you got to really work to get that broken up. So when I cook any kind of ground meat, I usually break it up like this. So I'm just using a good old potato masher here to separate my meat just a little bit more and get it cooking good. Once it's browned, I'm going to add some salt. I've got a little bit of pepper left, so I just threw that in. I'm going to put some Italian seasoning in it, a fairly good amount. And I'm also going to put some garlic powder in it. So that'll kind of give it a little extra oomph. Now, that wasn't in the recipe. This is just my little tweak on the recipe. Now add your jar of spaghetti sauce and let that simmer for just a few minutes while you're getting ready to get that spaghetti going. Our water is boiling, and so I'm now going to add the spaghetti, or paschetti as I like to say it. I'm going to add the spaghetti to the water, and this is salted water, as I said earlier, and then stir it up so you don't want all the little spaghettis to stick together. Once your spaghetti is done, I've got a big Pyrex dish here. We're going to start layering. First thing I'm going to do is spray it with a little canola oil so that it's not so hard to clean once I bake it. Then I am going to put a pretty good layer of the spaghetti, and you can see the steam coming off of that. That was hot. So get a layer of that spaghetti down, and you're going to use about half of the spaghetti for this first layer. Next, we're going to take about half of our meat sauce and layer that down. The next thing we're going to do is add about half of the Alfredo sauce to the top of that for our next layer. Then you're going to take about half of your mozzarella cheese and spread that evenly on top. And then for this set of layers, the last thing is a good amount of Parmesan cheese. Then repeat your spaghetti, your meat sauce, your Alfredo sauce, your mozzarella cheese, and then your Parmesan cheese. At this point, you could pop it in the fridge and bake it later, or go ahead and put it in a 375-degree oven until bubbly, about 20-25 minutes. And we had it with some bread and some salad, and it was yummy. So try this recipe, you guys, and I thank you so much for watching, and I'm sending you a big old hug. Bye-bye.